Hi, yeah, my name is Naya Velazco. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I serve as a transgender services coordinator at the San Diego LGBT Community Center. Today, we're going to be talking about something really, really important, especially in the LGBTQIA community. We're going to be talking about pronouns. Yeah, so pronouns are singular nouns used to describe someone in a sentence without repeatedly using their name, right? But then there are gendered pronouns. So typically what we think about gender, we think about male and female. Yeah, pronouns are so important because not everyone expresses themselves or identifies with those binary pronouns of he and she. And a lot of times we can't just count on someone's expression or how they present themselves and instantly classify them as male or female. Yeah. So gender binary is essentially this very toxic, classification system used essentially at birth or even pre-birth, based on your genitalia. So you're instantly, these gender roles are imposed on you. This gender is imposed on you, and that is essentially the binary, the male and the female, and these continue to continuously perpetuate just really toxic, stereotypes and ideology. So like, you're born a assumed female, right? Based on genitalia, and you're instantly told that you have this way of in which you're supposed to live, this role that you're supposed to adhere to, right? And then there's these limitations that you can't achieve this certain amount of success. So the idea of this binary is extremely toxic. Or another example would be when, a young child, a young boy is crying, and we tell him, he can't cry. You can't be too feminine. But why not? Why can't we? Gender neutral pronouns are really quite simple. So we use them all of the time without even knowing. And so an example would be they, them, theirs. So these are non-binary. These are not binary to male or female classifications. When addressing people, a lot of times, for instance, I'll give you an example. We say, hello guys, to a group of people. Guess what? Not everyone in that group are guys. Not everyone identifies as guys. So the idea is that gender inclusive language is inclusive of everyone, not leaving anyone out. Because a lot of times what happens is there are people left out of the conversation. There are people left out in regards to dude might be triggering for some folks. I'm a trans woman. That was extremely triggering when folks would use things like that. So we want to be culturally sensitive. We want to be really sensitive to people and other people's lives, lived experiences. Ungendering language simply means that you're taking the gender out of a language or a word, right? So businessman, what else? Help me out, Helen. Mailman, businessman, congressman. Mm-hmm. So all of these we're gendering this language, right? And not everyone is a man who serves in these positions of power. So it's really important that we are especially considerate of ungendering language. Mm-hmm. So the best practices that I could share or that I would encourage others to follow is simple. It could be including your pronouns, right? Whether that be she, her, hers, he, him, his, they, them, theirs, z's, them, theirs. Allowing people to have their pronouns in their business card, in their letterhead, and or trying to think, what else would you have these things? In your email signature, when doing onboarding, when doing intake. All of this information is important because we would like to be addressed in a certain manner, and it's just respecting everyone, not some people, but including everyone and respecting everyone. That's the point of ungendering language, using being inclusive with pronouns. In addition to that, I would say, you know, when you introduce yourself by name and your pronouns. That instantly tells other people that you are culturally sensitive and competent, especially when it comes to transgender and non-binary identities. Ask. So instantly engage with someone, but don't always target out the trans person. Please don't do that. If you're going to ask people their pronouns, make sure you ask everybody. So it's simple as like, hi, my name is Naya Marie. Well, I wouldn't introduce myself by middle name, but my name is Naya. My pronouns are she, her, hers. How are you? What's your name? What's your pronouns? It's a really simple tool that you can use to engage with people and have a better understanding of who they are. It's never okay to assume anyone's gender identity. It's always important to ask. It's always important to have a culturally inviting space. So whether that be having a rainbow flag, whether that be having, you know, a trans flag, or included in your logo, as well as, you know, having name tags that also include someone's pronouns, even in a sign-in sheet, including someone's pronouns. So I guess like best practices can be implemented in every single space, because a lot of us just we don't think about this every day, especially folks with privilege. So it's important that we include everyone, and we're thoughtful that not everyone adheres to this binary standard. Not everyone is going to adhere to, you know, societal quote unquote norms. I hate that word. And it's important that we are inclusionary with the people that we serve and the people that we interact with everyone.